Taking a look at movies and money, movie man Erik Childress is here. He's the founder of the Movie Madness podcast. Disney investors, Erik, are saying ohana to the success of Lilo and Stitch, but the new John Wick film Ballerina failed to dance to the top of the box office. Bring us up to date.
Well, it's never just one thing, Angie. For starters, we could again point our finger at the tracking services that once again inflated expectations for the film. Now, they did the same for Karate Kid Legends last weekend. Like Ballerina, the numbers came in well below the 30 or even 35 million they were anticipated for them. But meanwhile, that opened the door for Lilo and Stitch to win for the third straight week, headed for over $400 million domestic, and quite possibly the first billion-dollar U.S. release of the year. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning also continues to do very well, and it is headed for $500 million worldwide this week.
How to Train Your Dragon debuts this weekend and could be a draw for families, but also it's been a while since there's been a true rom-com. Here's a clip of Materialist.
I don't think I'm very good at my job anymore.
We promised them love,
But the math doesn't add up.
Why does anyone even get married?
Because they're lonely.
What are your thoughts, starting with How to Train Your Dragon?
Yes, Angie, at this point we should just call this subgenre tracers. Taking an animated film, going shot for shot, beat for beat. But here we are on the verge of the box office being led for the fourth straight week by one of these. The latest tracer being How to Train Your Dragon, a remake of the fantastic 2010 animated film, now with special effects and humans, including Gerard Butler reprising his role as Hiccup's father. Now, I've had this on the higher end of the summer's grosses, but don't think it will match the success of Lilo and Stitch. Families have pretty much dominated this year's box office with Stitch and Minecraft, and neither variation on the numbers would surprise me this weekend. Now, A24 is hoping to lure some adults away for the latest from Celine Song, whose excellent Past Lives was an Oscar nominee a few years ago. Her latest, Materialist, stars Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal in the most enviable romantic triangle in some time. Now, reviews are mostly positive, and there are certainly some very strong opinions about Song's attempt to subvert the genre, but from those I trust and have heard here from Chicago, this is one I definitely can't wait to experience.
Now we get to your recommendation for the weekend, and your pick is The Life of Chuck as it expands across the country. Love to get your review.
My pleasure, Angie. The Life of Chuck is simply one of my favorite films of the year. Mike Flanagan, who has become the go-to director for adapting Stephen King these days, has taken his life-affirming novella and crafted a film that we could all use right now. The film starts with no less than the end of the world, but don't let that stray you because the film is told in reverse and begins to joyfully reveal moments throughout the life of a man played in various stages of his life by Tom Hiddleston, Jacob Tremblay, and Benjamin Pajak. Now, taking a cue from Mark Hamill, who plays his grandfather, I would rather not reveal too much about the film's secrets and simply just urge everyone to find where the film is played in their area and have the same experience that has left audiences applauding at various intervals. It opened in limited release last week, and I worry that Neon Studios may have sat on the film for too long after it won the People's Choice Award at the Toronto Film Festival last year. Instead of building on that momentum that has nearly guaranteed a Best Picture nomination for 15 of the past 16 years, the studio held it back, played no festivals, and expected word of mouth to build on this small film just as the summer season was kicking into gear. But don't let this film pass you by. I can't imagine that you will regret seeing it.
Good to know, Erik. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.